Hi, I'm Julie Winkle Giulioni. I'm an author, speaker, and a consultant, and I work with organizations worldwide to help folks really make the most of their only sustainable competitive advantage, which is people. And so I work in the leadership and career development space, as well as engagement and retention. And retention is certainly top of mind these days. I mean, we can't look at the news without seeing just how harsh the problem is around attrition. There's so many organizations. People are leaving by the millions and resulting in very stressful, challenging situations for the organizations and the people who remain. And although the reasons for folks leaving are varied, there's one theme that I hear a lot, and it boils down to development, or probably more accurately, lack of development. People crave an opportunity to learn, to grow, to feel like they're moving forward. And for many folks, it just doesn't feel like it's happening. Either it's not happening or there's a perception that it's not. Because for so long, we have conflated and confused this idea of career development with promotions. You know, folks feel like if I'm not going somewhere, if I'm not taking a new role or making a move, I'm not growing. And yet, I mean, let's face it, it's mathematically impossible to offer a promotion to everybody who wants to develop. And so we're at a point now where we have a really rich opportunity to kind of let go of the old ways we've been thinking about career development, to stop anchoring it to this idea of a promotion or a position, and to really offer some development that's meaningful to people and that takes advantage of opportunities that are in the here and now, rather than waiting for some point in the future when there might or might not be a promotion available. And so that's why I wrote Promotions Are So Yesterday, Redefine Career Development, Help Employees Thrive. You know, careers, they've changed a lot. And managers and leaders, they need a new toolkit to be able to help career development kind of catch up. And so at the core, the heart of my new book is what I refer to as a multi-dimensional career framework. And it lays out 7 alternatives to that classic default climb up the corporate ladder that we all think about when we think about careers and career development. So let me just share with you a moment on each of these alternate dimensions, and then I want to share with you something that's pretty surprising about them. So in addition to that climb up the corporate ladder, people want to contribute. You know, there's a human need to be of service, to make a difference, and there's tremendous learning in that. People want to grow their competence. We know the world is changing fast, and if we don't change with it, we're going to fall behind. People want to develop greater sense of connection, especially after the last couple of years. The ability to build relationships, networks, communities, that's key to career success. People also want to build their confidence. That's something that we can be developing. You know, 70% of us are going to have that imposter syndrome experience at some point in our lives. Lack of confidence can really impose a ceiling on our development. So there are times that we need to double down on really being able to trust ourselves and our performance. There's also the dimension of challenge, stepping up to new and different and challenging situations, pushing the limits, stepping into the discomfort zone where learning really happens. There's also a dimension of contentment, which isn't something we normally think about when we think about career development. But, folks who are entering the workforce now, they're going to have a very long working life, 50, 60 years maybe. It can't be a hard charging climb, a sprint every day for that length of time. It's going to be a marathon. And so there are times during our career where we need to develop a sense of ease and joy and balance and meaning that keeps us going for the long haul. And there's choice, volition, autonomy, flexibility, again, something that's so important to employees today, the ability to take on greater decision-making and learn from the successes and the challenges associated with that. And then there's that classic climb up the corporate ladder. And there are times in our careers when that's appropriate as well. But what's interesting, when we lay out these 8 dimensions, the classic climb, and these other 7 alternatives, we did a research study, 750 people or so worldwide, when we laid these out and just said, prioritize them. What's most interesting to you right now? The most stunning thing happened. What we discovered is that in aggregate, all of those alternate dimensions are actually more interesting to people than the climb up the corporate ladder. In aggregate, contribution is what people are most interested in developing right now, and then competence. But the climb was right there at the bottom. And so my new book, Promotions Are So Yesterday, it just unlocks the countless possibilities that aren't just available and interesting to people, but that are completely within the sphere of influence and control of managers and employees, whereas promotions and that climb aren't so much. So it's really time to reimagine career development, to begin developing these multidimensional careers, because while promotions might be so yesterday, possibilities abound for opportunities to develop people today and prepare them for a richer tomorrow.